Well, welcome back, everyone. 41 past. Now, joining us this morning is Lisa Dietzen. Now, you're a musher. Lisa, could you tell us first off, we need to know, you've got a Senior 300 hat. Anybody can buy those. How long have you been mushing teams?
I first got together with a kennel in 2009, Snowy Plains Kennel with Jim and Jackie Winkowski.
Okay.
And my first racing season was in 2010. So this is my fourth racing season.
Okay, so you know your stuff. You know your stuff. Now, we were commenting yesterday, it seems like once upon a time they were always Huskies or they were always Malamutes, and now it's so hard to pick what is a dog that would be a sled dog. You know, what is it about could you tell us a little bit about the comparisons of the different breeds of dogs?
Well, there's a lot that goes into that, and
Okay.
it kind of depends on what kind of racing you want to do.
Okay.
There's different categories of racing. There's sprint racing, there's mid-distance racing, there's long-distance racing.
Okay.
And depending on what your ultimate goal in the end is going to depend on kind of what your dog looks like.
Okay.
Sprint races tend to be a little bit faster, so you want kind of those houndier, faster-looking dogs.
Okay.
Mid-distance, you kind of get a mix, and then in long distance, you start to see more of that husky-looking dog again.
Okay, now I believe we've got some pictures there, so you can, oh, look at the difference between the two sizes there. So I would say Sapphire then would be more of a sprint type dog?
Yeah, actually both of those dogs are on my team. Yeah.
Okay.
Sapphire is my smallest dog at 35 pounds, and Siskin is my largest dog at 80 pounds.
That's amazing that they have such a variety of sizes, but yet they work so well together as a team. Now, I know the UP 200 is coming up, and you know, we watch those dogs, the teams, they're so excited. As a musher, how do you decide who's going to be my lead dog? How do you decide who goes where?
That's a hard one too, and that involves spending lots of time with your dogs and lots of miles behind them to figure out where everyone works out. It's just like people working in group projects. You know, some people like to take charge and do more, and some are like, well, I kind of just want to go around for the ride, you know. And
well, we know people like that.
Yeah, everyone knows that person.
Sure.
So, and dog teams are no different. It's finding out where they work best together. Some dogs are just like, I want to do it, and you know it the instant you put them in the team, they're going to be the lead dog. And then there's dogs like Siskin who will lead until he freaks out that there's a bunch of dogs behind him, and he's like, no, I think I prefer wheel, you know.
Gotcha.
And he's so big that he works good for wheel. Your wheel dog is the closest to the sled.
Oh.
So you generally have a bigger, heftier dog there. At least I do in my team. And as you watch my team, it usually goes from the biggest in the back to the smallest in the front. But occasionally it'll be backwards, and there'll be big dogs in front and the little ones in the back.
And the little one's like, hey, I can't see.
Yeah.
Wow, so there is a real science that goes into this. It isn't just like you take a group of dogs that you love and you put them in a harness and go. There's work involved.
There's a lot of work involved. Our training starts in early September, and we finish at the end of the season. Our end of the season races in March.
Okay.
So, I mean, they have a couple thousand miles on them already.
Wow. Next for you, what are you going to be rushing in next?
Well, it's the UP 200 this coming weekend, and then we have the Copper Dog 150 the first weekend of March.
Some great races. Well, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Have fun. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us. And now when you go to the UP 200, to the Copper Dog 150, you have an idea of what goes into getting those teams put together.
Yeah.
Well, it's